Hello, and welcome to Off the Table Guardians of Parna, episode 27, uh, where the Guardians of Parna are now the Guardians of Parna, and they are currently on a quest to take Chafa, the Parna, uh, one of the head guards who uh, was Chad's superior at one time, and gave Chad an order to kill some innocent people. Chad decided that's not what he wanted to do, and he disbanded from the guard at that time. And about 3 to 4 weeks ago, the guard came after them, and they killed a number of the guards. Chafa got away, and since then has relocated to Rockfin, where the group is currently looking for him. You guys finished the Icarian. You decided that it would be a good idea to finish up some things, and you've been asked by the Tokars to bring Chafa to justice and take him to prison. So looking after and finding out that he has moved to Rockfin, you guys went knocking at a very late hour on the Keepers of Magic, waking Keeper Sav and asking him politely if he could teleport you to Rockfin, which he did begrudgingly. You guys got a night at the inn with Bene, the innkeeper, had a full night's sleep, and you are now up. It is still mid-morning. You have already visited a magic shop to purchase some sending stones, and were gifted a basket of random eggs from the Bulgret that Zionese identified, and you guys are now on your way looking for Chafa. So, Guardians of Parna, what would you like to do?
I think we should head to the harbor master to see if they've arrived, because they're coming by boat. So we should check in there to see what he knows, or she, as the gender might be.
I agree.
You lead, I follow.
Like, go to the port.
Okay. So this you find very quickly, and I think Zan is I think we just discovered Zan's the only one that's been here before. The Rockfin is much larger than Parna, and so a walk to the docks takes you closer to. While in Parna, the farthest part, it would probably take you guys 15 minutes, maybe 20. Here, it takes you 45 minutes, working on 50, as you're going past, taking what you assume to be the most widest streets and thoroughfares to get towards the docks in the harbor. You get across town, and you kind of look around. Go ahead and make an investigation check to see if you can find the harbor master.
Me or Zan, because Zan's been here before. Both?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, 18. Yeah, Zan shows you this is kind of the main place where the ledger is kept and where everything is recorded and documented. So you go on in, and you do see the harbor master is very quickly. This is a very busy place, so people are coming in, they're recording their shipments, the ledgers are being checked, and they're going out, and the person at the desk looks very busy, and there's a long line of people waiting. Seems one person from every ship comes in, has to check the ledger, and then get out. And so there's quite a long line of people waiting, and they're furiously opening books, checking, closing, have a good day, and going.
I queue up in line.
Okay. There's about 5 people in front of you. And it takes probably, at the rate that they're going, takes only probably about 10 minutes until you hear, as you guys kind of wait in line, you hear, "Next!"
Okay, I step up and I say, we're looking for someone, a group of humans that might have come in from Parna.
We have lots of humans from Parna.
In the last day or so.
Where are your documents? Where are your things? Ledger, ledger,
we're on
ledger.
official business.
Show me your documentation then.
Show me your badge.
I show my signet of the Guardians of Parna. Who?
What is that? A triangle? What good's a triangle?
I raise my voice a little bit and start to get intimidating. Listen, we really need to know about a group of men, bad men, that came from Parna on a boat within the last few days.
For the safety of your city.
Do you have names, descriptions, what they might be carrying, what the ledger will look like?
I give them the names and a description of Chafa.
Unfortunately, just passenger boats don't get recorded, so I have no idea if they are here or when they would have gotten here. I do mainly the freight and all the trading and exports and imports and those kind of things. If you have nothing else for me to check, please.
Do they have to dock at a special place?
Yes, that would be the far north set of docks.
Okay. Well, why don't we head there and see if we recognize any Parna boats? They would have taken a Parna boat. Like a guard boat. I don't know. A city boat. I don't know.
Let's go.
All right, you guys make your way out of the line from the pushy harbor master to the north end. You kind of follow, and you just kind of start looking at boats.
Try to recognize sails or some symbols or some maybe the style of woodworking on the boats or something.
And if this is Dragonborn territory, then we'll be looking for something that obviously doesn't quite fit in.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check. Anyone looking for the boat?
Found the boat. It's right here.
If there is a boat.
Oh, this one right in front of us. Oh, I didn't see that one.
There are boats here?
You guys watch as very confidently Zan starts getting into this boat thing. I found it! I found it! This is the boat! You start looking and picking things up, and very quickly you see there are people sleeping in this boat. Lots and lots of people. And as you start kind of getting excited and looking at everything and picking things up, these halflings just start coming out of the bottom of this boat. Get out of the boat! What are you looking at? And you guys start to see coming on the dock a very good-looking gold dragonborn, and he seems to be selling boats. And he approaches behind you as Zan is looking all around, getting pushed out of this boat. He goes, "Are you looking to buy a boat? I have plenty of boats to sell you."
Excellent. But first, do you know who owns this boat?
Yes, that is not mine to sell, and there are lots of little halflings that like to sleep in the boat because they don't trust us. But that is none of my business.
So who owns this boat?
This boat right here? The halflings inside. You should ask them.
Okay. Thanks for your information. Bye.
But do you have another boat that you would like to buy? Because I'm selling many boats.
We might be in the market for one later. Okay.
Excellent. Come and find me. You know just how to find me.
We just walk to the docks and you're there?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Bye-bye.
He kind of skitters off. Zan, you see now 5, 10, 15 halflings are starting to come out of the bottom of this boat, and they are just kind of like hovering around you in a circle. What were you looking for? Why are you here? You're starting to get pressed pretty hard. What are you trying to pull here, buddy?
My dwarf friend here was looking for a friend.
You looking for a friend? You hear that, guys? Yeah, I hear that. Yeah. Well, if he's looking for a friend, I'll show you a friend. I got a friend right here. And the guy behind you goes, "Yeah, I got 2 of them."
Oh, I love your friends. Can I meet them?
Chitter steps in and says, "Would you guys like to meet my friends?" And he holds out like a palm of 7 gold. Mr. Washington. Hmm.
I mean,
Uh,
crank that up a notch.
Standing at a good 2.5 feet, the tallest halfling comes over to you, and he approaches. Will you get your friend off the boat?
Which is, to whom is he referring?
Zan.
San, if you would kindly step outside and intimidate someone out there.
All right, I'm not gonna rock the boat,
Oh boy. Now get out.
and I'll step off.
He takes the handful of coins and they shoo you guys off of their boat. While this boat is from Parna, it is not the boat that you are looking for.
Well, we could still ask for information. Maybe they know someone else from Parna who, like the person who came on this boat from Parna might have seen them along the way.
It's possible that we've beat them here.
Absolutely. Who previously owned this boat from Parna? Who came in on this ship?
We did.
You came in on this ship. Did you see
Yes.
anyone else coming from Parna on your way? Sails on the horizon from Parna.
I mean, there's always pirates.
Does the name Chaffa ring a bell?
One of the ones in kind of the back, he kind of pipes up and he says, "That's the guy we brought here."
Whale.
Where did he go?
God, Bearwolf.
I don't know. We brought him here. He paid us, and we've just kind of been hanging out.
He didn't say anything about his destination when he was on the journey with you guys? Didn't say anything about business?
We tend not to ask. We tried once, and they were going to fight a dragon, and we lost a couple of crew members because it got a little, should we say, we try not to ask people about their business.
There were a lot of people with him, I presume, or was it only this person?
He had a few guys with him.
Beowulf tosses 2 gold to the one in the back that said he knew Chaffa.
When did they leave the boat?
Oh, we've been here at least 3 weeks.
Did he leave anything behind?
Nope, they took everything with them.
Did he have a designated bunk?
I mean, it's not too far of a sail, but yeah, you can inspect the boat below if you like. We brought this boat.
Oh, so, outside of conversation, how long would this, like, map-wise, how long would the journey have taken to sail from Parna to Ruckfin?
On boat, I'm looking. It's not a long journey by boat.
Maybe like a day or something?
In our previous stuff, we never actually encountered Chaffa, right?
It's probably like 3 or 4 days. You guys did encounter, or no, you did not. You encountered the guards that were sent by
since
him.
it's only been a few weeks since we even started all this, chances are he may not even have been in Parna at the time that the guards were looking for Chad.
Do we want to investigate his bunk, or do you think we won't find anything there?
It won't
think
hurt.
I'll sneak around.
I'm good at investigating.
Upon you guys kind of giving up a little bit of coin and easing these halflings up a little bit, they give you kind of free reign of the boat to kind of check. So they kind of take you down to where they don't let you where the crew sleeps, but they let you kind of where any of the passengers would sleep, and they kind of give you full reign of half the deck there below that you guys can check out.
Well, I'd like to investigate the bunks and like common area.
Too bad we don't have anything for either Squeak Squeak or Chill to get a scent.
Chad, you don't have anything from your past of him, do you?
I don't think so.
That's fine. Maybe if we find something then they can track it from there.
We could ask if he was the last one to stay in that bunk.
That's true. Well, let's ask the halflings which bunk was that he chose.
Or any of them, really.
Yeah, they show you to the beds. You get the sense that Chafa came probably with a group of about 10 guys.
One of them was bound to leave something behind.
Well, let's see. Let's investigate.
Every single time my daughter comes to my house, she leaves something behind. Every single time. Every time.
And these are 11 guys. What? 10, or it's one and then 10.
Yeah, they're probably still hanging out together, so find one.
One of those guys had to lose something here.
I like
Maybe.
the idea of Chill or Squeak Squeak getting the scent from this room, and then we go after it that way.
Yeah, let's see if there's an object first, and then we'll just smell the sheets and stuff, if not.
Okay.
And we
So you
should
guys-
probably target both Squeak Squeak and Chill at the same thing. That way we're not running in different directions, because their party may have split to do different things in town too.
That sounds fun.
So you guys start looking around, kind of picking things up, being careful, but making sure you're kind of looking for anything left. Place looks somewhat clean. Beowulf starts to get under the beds and starts to like pick things up. You do find an empty satchel. It doesn't really have anything in it, but it appears left, and it does have a symbol from the Parna guards on it. Other than that, things look pretty clean. A couple of pieces of parchment, and they left a couple of arrows, but other than that, nothing too telling.
I hand the bag to Chill, to Anna to let Chill sniff.
And we get Squeak Squeak in on the party too.
Sure.
Okay.
I also pick up the parchment carefully by the corner to carry with us.
Okay. So you're gonna have them kind of try to track the scent from this bag.
Yep.
All right. Let the pets make or the animals, let them make survival checks with advantage.
How do I do that? Mine has a monster sheet.
That's Chill.
Just have him make a wisdom check. Nice.
He's the smartest little rat.
I expected more from Chill.
So Chill kind of sniffs the bag and gets a good idea that obviously going off the boat. Squeak Squeak gets a sniff, and he is on a mission. He darts out of your hand and starts to exit the boat very quickly.
I followed Squeak Squeak.
So Squeak Squeak clambers on up the ladder you guys used. He goes off the boat, jumps very quickly as not to fall in the drink. You catch his leash very, very fast, and he is now leading you guys back towards town, away from the water. Takes you another 30 minutes of him kind of taking some side streets, but he does get a good whiff and good scent, and you guys end up in front of the Greenbrook Inn. And Squeak Squeak is ready to go inside.
I give him a treat and try to get him back in the bag.
Okay. He eats the treat and just kind of...
I pat Squeak Squeak on the head, say thank you, Squeak Squeak. And then I go into the inn.
Okay. Since it is still mid-morning, the inn is kind of having people come down from their rooms and get acquainted with breakfast, and they're getting the day going. But it's not too busy, as it's kind of laid back and chill, as you would say. So you kind of can come up very quickly and approach the barmaid, who is currently getting a couple of orders, but she doesn't seem too busy.
I survey the crowd. Is Chafa there?
Make a perception check. You don't see Chafa per se, and you don't see any guards that you would recognize, as this is still mostly Dragonborn people.
Are the rooms upstairs on the second level, or?
Yeah, there's a kind of a hallway that leads with a set of rooms on the first floor, and there is a balcony for some up. It's kind of a big inn with a large front room.
Can I use my eye and see if anybody's still in their rooms lingering?
That's not 2.5 feet tall. No, just joking.
From here, you're gonna have to kind of get a little close. You're gonna maybe have to like walk the hallway or go up because it's 30 feet, right?
Yeah, I'll try to. I'll go to the bathroom and just head down the hall and kind of just survey.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Is the barmaid Dragonborn as well?
She is. From who you see, you mostly see people sleeping. Couple of people are up, but you do notice that they have tails on their forms. You can do a long walk down the hallway. You take a little bit of a stroll up. Currently, you don't see anybody that you would immediately think is human.
All right, I'd return to the group and let them know.
I'll approach the bar person.
Okay. She's getting things kind of together, and she looks up. Ah, you're not from these parts, are you?
We are not. How are you today?
I'm doing as well as I can.
Excellent. We're looking for some friends of ours.
Do they look like you?
Yes. We heard they
No.
might be staying here.
We do have some visitors. I'm not trying to be rude, and she kind of like leans over. Are they dwarvish as well?
No, they're human.
Ugh. Yeah, I know the type. Immediately,
I kind of described Chafa to her.
He doesn't sound familiar. But we've had a large group of humans come in the past few weeks, and they are staying.
Can I insight check her?
Yep.
So Chafa's supposed to be setting up a mercenary thing here, right?
Correct. That's what the guard told you guys.
So chances are, in 3 weeks, he's probably gotten a building. Some kind of place to do their operations out of. So he might have been there.
Chitter, the lady seems like she's just having a hard time remembering. But she seems truthful in what she's telling you.
Bear, are you there? I'll ask him later.
He's still currently taking his walk, using his eye to kind of check on people and things.
That's fair.
I put down 100 gold on the bar to see if that will get her to focus more on the specifics of Chafa in the description I gave him.
That's a lot of gold.
Like I said, she can't. There's quite a band of humans. They seem to grow in number as well. But I do know that they like to hang out at the fighting pits. They spend a lot of their time there, and it seems that they just they keep to themselves. They're very quiet. You know the type, just real seedy, and don't like them being here, but they pay well, so I gotta kind of let them.
Okay, I get directions to the fighting pits.
He just picks up his bag of gold and is like, I just wanted to rest that there.
No, I let her have
would
it.
never do that.
Can Chitter pick up the gold?
You're gonna pick it up in front of her?
She tries, but I
Can I throw something across the room and be like, what's that over there?
I stay her hand and let the barkeep have it.
Fine. And I huff out.
She quickly grabs it. Appreciate doing business, and if you need anything, my name's Olga.
Elga.
Her name's Olga.
Olga or Elga?
Elga.
All good.
She gave me directions to the fighting pits.
Yeah, she tells you the fighting pits are actually pretty close by. It's about a 10-minute walk. So you guys, I assume, head on over to the fighting pits. As you kind of get there, it is a stadium-looking kind of building, very circular in nature, and it appears that there's a lot of kind of rousing coming out of this stadium. And as you start to approach the entrance, there are a couple of patrons kind of, making off bets and things of that nature. But as you start to get near the entrance, you see a couple of guards, and then there are two blue dragonborn who appear to be taking entrance fees.
How much?
It's 5 gold per person, and then any extra bets that you would like to place.
I give him, 30 gold for all of us.
I'm gonna have to ask for 2 for the pets.
2 more gold? Sure.
Yeah, that's all they can see. So, as you guys start to walk past the other one, any bets? Any extra bets that you would like to place today?
Not till I see the contenders.
Do you have a list of the contenders?
I do, and he kind of hands you a piece of parchment and pamphlet style.
Can I try to read it?
Yeah.
Intelligence?
Make a straight intelligence check. That's a save, but we'll take it. That's fine.
Oh, oops.
It's cool. Yeah, you can read this very well, and it actually does have some pictures on it, so that helps you.
Do I recognize anybody?
You do not recognize anyone on the pamphlet. There are 5 fights taking place today. The first one is a Goliath versus a gnome. The second one is 2 humans going up against a scorpion. The third is 4 elves that end up going against what looks like goblins based on the picture. And then fights 4 and 5 are based on how the other fights turn out.
Do I recognize anyone on the lists?
Make a history check. No, nothing really stands out to you.
I say no bets from me, and I go inside and I survey the crowd, slowly and meticulously.
Beowulf puts 5 gold on the gnome.
That's where I would have put my money too.
All right. Well, just so you know, your bet will be doubled if the gnome wins, and tripled if it decapitates the Goliath.
Okay.
So he kind of goes over to the betting box, takes your gold, writes you kind of your slip, and gives it to you so that you can turn your bet in later. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, you guys usher yourselves in. Like I said, this stadium is very large, and as most stadiums, walking around it would take some time. But go ahead and make a perception check with advantage, because I'm guessing people are helping you look.
Yeah, we'll probably like split up and
Okay.
Chad knows Zynie's symbol if she's in trouble or if she finds something, so Zynie's is gonna go wander off and try to see if she can find one. Or find Chaffa or anybody she recognizes.
Chad, as you kind of get to the top of the stairs and you start taking a look, way on the other side, you see, as most people here are Dragonborn, but this is actually the most in the city that you've seen a diversity of races and people, as this kind of seems to be the unifying thing that would put them together. You do see on the far side a group of humans that seems clustered about halfway up in the stadium.
Can I use the spyglass from the last place we were in to see if I can zoom in on them?
It functions as a normal spyglass, so yeah.
I do that.
You do that. You take it out and you take a look over, and as most people are using spyglasses here, so it looks perfectly normal. You do see Chafa, and he appears to have 14 humans kind of surrounding him, and he is placed directly in the middle.
How far away would you say that is?
I don't know if this is a great place to try to bring him to justice, but I don't want him slipping away either.
I'd say it's probably 120 feet.
Chad, do you have rope?
Always.
Who else? Is everybody still with us?
Unless you guys did split up, you were probably all there.
I have an idea.
Tell us before you do it. What is it?
And as you start to give out your idea, people are starting to push you, and they get you seated as the first fight is about to start.
I don't take my eyes off Chafa.
No, they don't really push you. They just kind of get you to sit down, because you're
Sure.
blocking the entranceway. But you sit down, you can still see him, and since it's pretty far, he doesn't appear to have noticed you at this time.
Guys, I have an idea, but you're going to need to be ready. I'm going to dimension door over there, grab him and dimension door back, and you're going to tie him up, and we're going to run out of here.
We're surrounded by people.
I have a modification to this idea. Can you dimension door outside of the arena?
I can do that, yes.
Okay. I like this plan.
Okay.
Like a night crawler where I pop in and pop out.
I hope you can secure him when you get him, but yeah, and we'll wait outside. I guess we'll wait outside the arena.
Okay, wait. Go ahead.
Is there a limit to where you can dimension door to? So, for example, could we go somewhere that we absolutely know that we're safe?
It has to be within 500 feet, and I can be very specific with where I dimension door to. So, if, like, for instance, to get to Chafa, I could say X amount of feet that way, right behind Chafa, or that guy, or I guess just imagine him right there, and I will pop up right there. And then to get away, then I would specify your guys' location, and I would go to where you guys are.
Okay, before we leave the arena, I hand the spyglass to Bearwolf, show him specifically which one Chafa is, so he knows exactly which one he is. So there's no mistake there whatsoever.
Okay.
I turn to Bear and I go, hey, I have this potion. If you take it, it'll make it easier for you to tie him up without him resisting.
Well, I wasn't going to tie him up right then and there, because I would take...
Oh, you're gonna grab him?
I was going to grab him and then teleport out, and then you guys are going to tie him up as soon as I reappear.
Okay, that'll be fine then.
1 second. Would a potion of invisibility make this easier for you?
Yeah, they wouldn't see me at all then.
I have two. Do you want me to give you one?
Take one, and then they
Yeah.
wouldn't see me at all.
Alright, I'm going to give him that.
I would drink it immediately then.
Should we get the designated spot outside? Like, you come with us outside to know exactly where we're going to be?
Yeah, we can do that then. Should we have somebody sit and watch, or sit and make sure Chafa stays there while I see where you guys go? And then
I'll stay, because as soon as you guys leave, I can turn into a bird and leave this place and fly over to where you guys are.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'm going to try to... I don't want him seeing me, so I'm kind of stealthing my way out as much as I can as a 6-foot dwarf barbarian.
Okay, let me get this all straight. Chad, you're giving him a potion of invisibility.
Chitter was.
You're giving him a potion of invisibility. Okay. Just to be clear, the potion of invisibility, The effect ends early if you attack or cast a spell. Just so you're aware.
So let's not do that.
Okay,
It doesn't make sense.
Well, but wouldn't he be becoming invisible as he was teleporting outside?
Basically, when he uses Dimension Door, he will become uninvisible.
So the first time I would use it, even though I drank it before I got to Chafa, I would still be uninvisible by the time I reappear.
Yes. Because as soon as you cast the spell, it would render you uninvisible.
You could appear several flights back, drink the potion, go get him, and then pop out.
Yeah, but as soon as he was going to cast it to leave, he would be seen.
But
How many seconds is that really? I mean,
is it an instant
I would have
cast?
to risk. I would have to maneuver my way through his people if I was invisible. I'd rather just poof in right behind him, grab him, and poof out.
Okay.
So same plan, just with no invisibility potion.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I think maybe we should try to find a place that's kind of secluded, so we don't get any questions or anything like that.
Yeah, but you can't make it too far, so I can make it to you guys.
Right. Like around back of the arena or something.
Yeah. Out near the stalls, because no one's using those when the first match is going on.
And I give Beowulf 5 gold for a re-entry fee, just in case. I know you're teleporting, but if anything happens, here's 5 gold for a phone call.
Gotcha.
For a carrier pigeon.
what a good dad.
Okay, so everyone except Beowulf is going to leave.
No, Zainy's staying there to watch Chafa, and then when I grab him, she's going to turn into bird form and fly out and meet back up with us, because we want to keep an eye on Chafa while Chad's showing me the spot to meet up or to teleport back to.
Also, if
Gotcha.
anything does happen askew, she can come let us know in bird form immediately.
If something goes askew, Chad knows the symbol to look for.
Lightning bolts.
If he starts going away, can you transform into a really big bird and swoop in and pick him up? You flew us once, right? You flew us back to Parna once, so you can probably do that. Argentava style.
It'd be like Quetzal style.
I'll be Pretzel. No, I'm just kidding. R.I.P. Pretzel.
Pretzel's been rebirthed.
Okay, we all get on this plan?
Okay, so who's doing what? Who's doing what?
Everybody's leaving except for Zainy's, and we're going to go find a little secluded place where we can tie up Chafa.
Okay, make an investigation check.
These haven't gone well for me so far. Like that.
That's intelligent.
Wouldn't we all be looking?
Intelligence.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just randomly clicking things on my sheet today. So much better.
You guys are working together. So you guys kind of looking. There's not a real secluded place that you could put someone in, and no one's going to see you tie someone up. The best places, it looks like there's one alley, but it's going to be difficult. And other than that, there's just a lot of buildings if you kind of wanted to look and see what they were being used for.
What about a tiny hut?
Would that work? Can you teleport? If you create a tiny hut and he's inside it, can he teleport in and out of it?
He would have to.
Or toward the doorway, and then you can just walk in.
Well, if I can teleport from that location inside his tiny hut, I can teleport back in it, right?
No, magic can't go through. I thought it was only physical
I thought it.
items.
What if I started inside of it though? That's
You personally could, but I don't know if your magic could. Here, let me
Oh, but
check.
Chafa wasn't inside it when he started, though.
Oh, true.
What if you just went to the doorway, the threshold, and then just went in, pushed him in?
Spells and other magical effects cannot extend through the dome or be cast through it.
It's
So
cool
that's-
idea. but let's just not worry about the tiny hut. And
Well, the tiny hut, if we create the tiny hut, then Bear can appear right outside the tiny hut's door, push Choppa inside. Nobody else can see us while we deal with Choppa.
can he enter the tiny hut after it's been created without him inside of it?
I think as long as Zan
Isn't-
permits him to come inside. I think that's how that works.
He's a vampire.
All other.
Creatures and objects within the dome, when I cast the spell, can move through it freely.
So he already said be
All other
there.
creatures and objects are barred from passing through it.
Okay,
Ah.
so let's just not do that and just. I
Just time up.
yeah, I
We'll
get.
take it somewhere.
Anybody else want to get ropes ready with me?
We can deal with an alley.
You could do a disguise kit and put a mustache on him.
After we tie him up.
Should have
Yeah,
get the
but
rope.
his friends won't know it's him.
His friends will be inside the stadium, so it's okay.
I know. But if they came looking. Okay, that's fine. Let's do it. YOLO.
So just a secluded place behind a building in an alley or something that you said we had.
Okay. I mean, there's two. The buildings here are made of stone, and so natural alleys are created when they don't build them right together. But it is a place that people are walking through. But it's the most secluded place that you guys have found within 500 feet of still staying close to the stadium.
What if one of us, like two of us, stood guard at either end and just told people, like, sorry, this is off limits, blah, blah.
I pushed to talk and thumbed up. That's what I did. I went like this as I pushed to talk.
Seems good.
That's-
All right, the 5-foot bird will be intimidating at the end of the alley.
Okay. Zinies, make a perception check. You notice that the first fight has ended. While you guys have been doing this, you've watched the fight. The Goliath came out swinging and missed, and the gnome stuck him in the leg. However, he got his wind back, picked it up, and just ripped it in half. And the Goliath did win the fight.
Bummer.
But you notice after this is concluded, there's sort of like an intermission while they get the second fight queued up, and it does appear that Chaffa and his squad are starting to move.
Go, Beowulf, go.
Of course.
I can't do a lightning bolt. No.
If I still say, like, Dimension Door behind Chaffa, would that still be eligible?
It can be a place you can see when you can visualize or when you can describe by distance and direction. So if he moves too far, you can't just say, I want to be behind him. But
Okay.
I will quickly shoot up my flame, my little firebolt in the sky, and I'll make an X out of it. I'll shoot two so they form an X in the sky as they're going up to signal Chad that Chaffa's on the move.
Beowulf, go now.
What if is Chaffa distracted by this?
no, they appear to be moving down. As a lot of people are cheering on the barbarian Goliath, and a lot of people are just getting rowdy, and so the firebolts are not really seen, but you guys see them, and you notice them in the sky.
Beowulf's gonna immediately teleport or dimension door to where he last saw Chaffa.
Okay. You appear in the space, and you notice that the group is 10 feet in front of you, moving down towards the exit.
Beowulf takes off in like a sprint, and he aims for Chaffa. He's gonna aim to like jump on his back and wrap around his body, and then dimension door out.
Make a dexterity check, because you've got about 7 guys you have to get through before he's in the middle of this clump.
Do I see Bear arrive?
You do.
As soon as I see Bear arrive, I'm going to go ahead and turn into a giant bird
Okay.
and just like fly towards the top and like over in his direction, over the arena.
And the people around you react, and now instead of cheering, there's a little bit of screaming and panic. 13. You start to go as fast as you can to make a bolt towards Chafa. You knock about 5 guys out of the way when one realizes what is going on, and he's now looking straight at you. He quickly just punches you straight in the chest. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as they have been alerted of your presence.
I'm gonna like fly over there as fast as I can and try to see if I can try to grab onto Chafa.
Okay. What's your fly speed, just for kicks?
Exactly what it needs to be.
80 feet.
Okay. So you are
And I'll dash if I need to.
okay.
That's all I'm
So
doing
you,
is doing that.
dashing will get you to him, and you're just gonna like pick him up.
Yeah, I want to grab him and fly.
Okay. Go ahead and is there a are you just you're a giant eagle?
Yeah, I've got a talon attack.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a talent attack.
If only we were level 11, I could teleport 3 times.
Bear, you currently see a giant eagle coming across the stadium. Is there anything you want to do? She is getting very, very close to picking up Chafa. It looks like she is coming in for the grab. You have about 5 guys behind you that you have dashed past, and you have 2 in front of you.
Am I like certain that the bird's gonna grab him? Or yeah.
Well, what do you want to do first?
Well,
It looks like it.
Because if I'm certain that Bearwolf's certain that the bird's gonna get him, then he's either gonna dimension door on top of the bird or dimension door back out and let everybody know.
Okay.
Act drunk and say sorry.
Well, I mean, I could poof out of there in an instant and it wouldn't matter.
Just punch him for good measure. Punch the guy that punched you.
Yeah, because you now have about 7 guys around you, and Chafa is starting
Start
to.
a fight.
Throw a bunch of money up in the air.
Make it rain.
What do you do?
Toss it right.
More,
Mosh.
more suggestions.
nearest-
More suggestions.
Take off your clothes. Whoops. Sorry.
Beowulf would try to incite a fight, so he'd like take the nearest like object at his feet and throw it at another person, and then point at the other dude, or like not in like the guard group, but in like the audience group that's nearby the guard group. I would try
And
to
here I
exit.
thought he was reformed. I'm disappointed.
You find some loose rubble, and you kind of chuck it over the guys, and you get the attention of a couple of other Dragonborn who now do not like humans.
Sir, not to critique, but I'm just curious. Wouldn't he need a strength throw to throw that rubble? Just curious if this warlock is strong enough to throw rubble, or if it's
Yes,
just going
he
to like
can throw-
daintily come out of
No,
his hand.
he's fine. He's fine.
Okay.
So you get their attention. While you kind of do this to make a distraction, you see Zynes pick up Chafa and starts to glide away.
And I'm just right before Beowulf like poofs out, he's gonna say lizard people suck. And he's gonna poof out just so that they get so angry that they end up fighting these guys to distract them.
Okay. What's your armor class? Before
13.
you poof out, these guys are gonna take some. They don't have their weapons drawn, but they are going to try and beat you up.
Okay.
So that's a 13, which would hit you, a natural 20. The 5 misses, the 10 misses,
That may not be the one to kill Bear.
the 3 misses, the 19 hits, and the 5 misses. So you take 3 of those. One's a natural 20. So altogether, you would take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, as they are just like poof, poof, poof. And this isn't even the lizard people, but you just go, lizard people suck, and then you dimension door out. Where are you going?
Right back to the group.
To the alley. Okay.
Yeah.
So Inna, Zan, Chitter, and Chad, you guys have just kind of been waiting for the plan, and you watch as Beowulf appears without Chafa.
What happened?
Nice job.
Zines has them. I couldn't get through them.
Awesome
He moved.
invisibility potion.
What?
Cooch? Beer? Why?
Are they following him?
Oh, he
No.
teleported.
Sorry. Never mind.
Yeah, he just appears through his dimension door.
I look to the skies.
We gave you one job.
He moved. I couldn't help that.
Zines, you are now gliding. Where are you heading towards the alley?
To be fair, Zines didn't know where this plan's going, so I'm just kind of over the sky trying to find where my group
Oh, that's
is.
true. You
I
weren't
wasn't
there
there.
to create the plan.
I was looking for the skies, and I'm going to give a whistle when I see her.
Beowulf can fire a firebolt up into the sky so she knows where that is.
Off to the side, I hope, not like directly at.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have fired at her.
You got to get her attention somehow.
Okay, so you're whistling. Okay, so Zines, in the direction that you were not going, you hear a whistle from the back left.
I will turn back left.
You look down and you can see this very tiny alley with your friends.
Like glide to where I'm about 30, 40 feet above them. And when I'm above them directly, I'm going to let go of Chafa and let him fall. And then I don't know if there's enough space for me to land in the alley. If there is, I'll land. If not, then I'll just get as close as I can. And then
You're a larger creature.
yeah, I'm a large.
You cannot fit in this alley.
Okay. Well then, I'll drop Chafa
How far up are you dropping him?
from 40 feet.
40 feet. Okay.
It's broken ankles right there.
Then
He can't run.
It's getting dark.
No,
Who's the
it's
sadist
bright light.
now?
On the
Uh,
side.
So you
Says-
guys watch as the giant eagle that is starting to get some of the attention drops her occupant, and he falls in the middle of you guys, and his ankles look shattered.
I say, "Hi, Chafa."
He looks up and he just glares with the most intense hatred.
And I just smile.
After I drop him off, I'm gonna go find like a tree, kind of get in the tree, and then transform back to Zinies and climb down and run over to my group.
Okay.
And I start
you-
tying him up.
You guys are starting to kind of gain the attention of a couple of people who have witnessed this, and you hear, because you're still close enough to the stadium to hear, there is a little bit of panic that seems to be ensuing after what you guys have what has gone down.
Now do we want to do a tiny hut?
I think we should get away from the stadium a little bit first.
Doesn't
and
that
then-
that takes 10 minutes, I think, right?
Fine.
It takes 10 minutes if I cast it as a ritual, but it still would be a whole minute of me concentrating on casting it.
Chad,
strap him to Chad's back. And then
make a strength check to try and because even though his ankles appear useless, he is going to try to get away.
I have friends here. Can I use that? Can I use that to my
Yeah, I was
advantage?
gonna say we would all help.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, he gets about 5 feet until you just like step on his ankle, and he goes ah, and he kind of stops writhing as you guys get him tied up. But you are now definitely in you've got a small crowd of about 10 to 15 people one side of the alley that are kind of trying to figure out what's going on, and it sounds like maybe a guard or two has been called.
Okay, I disarm him and firemen carry him back to our inn.
Could have put a mustache on him.
Okay, so you guys start just toting this guy around. You get about halfway until a group of about 4 guards, red dragonborn in the same armor that you saw the night before. They kind of, what have you got there?
Can somebody else who's good at talking with people talk to the guards?
A traitor of the city of Parna. We've come to capture him.
Well, wouldn't he be under our jurisdiction here in Rockfin?
Do you want a murderer and mercenary in your jurisdiction?
We'll do better with him than you Parnans will.
We have badges.
We have been ordered to come and take him into custody.
He's
On whose authority?
the Guardians of Parna, and he has been ordering the slaughter of innocent people.
And the Tokars orders
must
as well.
stand-
It's magic.
He must stand trial in Parna, not in Rockfin.
The orders of all the people that you know about in authority.
I'm sorry for any disturbance. Can we make amends for that?
We'll need to take this to Vassal Piff.
Listen, how much can I grant you to let us keep him?
Are you trying to bribe me, sir?
I'm just merely asking you to allow us to maintain capture of him.
You can maintain him while we go to Vassal Piff and get this all sorted.
Smoke bomb.
Do you have a smoke bomb?
No.
Very well. Let's go to Piff. But I'm not letting him go.
They let you maintain custody. They just take one of the four corners of each of your guys' group, and they escort you to this kind of stately-looking home that is a little nicer than the other homes. It doesn't appear to be quite made of stone. It appears to be made of real bricks. And you guys are given entrance inside past the guards, and you are taken to this Dragonborn who appears to kind of have a little bit of a mustache. He's got a monocle. He has silver skin, and he's got kind of a cup of brandy, and he is just like very entranced with this painting. The painting kind of looks like looks a little bit like just a field, but it does have some mushrooms in the background. There's no like foreground of the painting. It's just like a background. You guys watch as you enter the home. What's your spell save DC? X.
15.
Okay. You guys watch as Chad and Chafa disappear. And two of the guards, where'd he go?
Don't know.
And they continue, and they take you to this silver dragonborn. What seems to be the issue? And the guards inform him of the situation. He goes, I don't see anyone here. There is no man that you have described. And he goes, well, he was right here. I promise. They were carrying a man who was tied up, who a lot of people saw, and now he's gone.
I wasn't carrying anybody. Were any of you guys carrying
I
anybody?
wasn't carrying anybody.
Carried no one.
The guards kind of look dumbfounded. And Vassal Piff kind of, why do you bother me with these issues? If you could take care of it, take care of it. Go on. And you guys are left free to leave as the four guards are very heavily berated and probably given demotions.
You probably hate us for life.
Reprimanded.
We can never come back here.
I'm gonna
Well,
ask.
yeah, why not?
I'm gonna ask Dan and Dorvish, what did you do?
I don't know if these dragons know how to speak Dwarvish, so I'm gonna be like, I don't know nothing.
You guys are not. You're no longer being escorted. You were taken to the end of the estate and left go. Chad and Chafa seem to be nowhere in sight.
I recommend everybody head back to the inn.
I'll
The
do so.
original. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. You guys make it back to the inn where you find Keeper Sav, and he appears to have a very large pile of silver pieces, and he has a chessboard in front of him, and you hear him, checkmate! Take that! And you just see a very sad-looking Dragonborn stand up and walk away, and you see a couple that have gathered in the corner. You see one kind of, I got this, and he goes to take a seat as you guys walk in, and he goes, well, that didn't take too long.
Dumbfounded. I just want to stand there and watch him kick butt at playing chess. I'm gonna ask him if it was worth the trip after all.
I did get my chess game, and that was worth it.
A little bit of coin too, it looks like.
And he guys sweeps it. I don't know what you're talking about. After about 10 minutes after you guys make it, you guys make perception checks. Everybody but Chad. Zan and Enna, you guys notice that the door to the inn, after you guys have been there about 10 minutes, just kind of barely creaks open and then shuts. And you watch as the stairs bow just a little bit.
I kind of like hook my neck towards the rooms upstairs. I'm like, hey guys, follow me.
Bear will follow.
Okay, you guys all make you. I forget who Chad was rooming with. Are you rooming with Zan?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so Zan, you make it to your room, and the room is currently empty.
Beowulf just opens up his eye and just sees if he can see, because he has an idea that they might be invisible if Zan told us to come here. So he just
sees see invisibility.
It says I can see shadowy figures if a person is there. So I figured, like, since like their person is still there, I figured I would be able to look through the invisibility, like kind of an infrared almost, but since it'd be just a shadowy figure.
Well, no, because there's other kinds of sight that can see through invisibility. So
Okay.
you can just see through walls, I believe, with this. So
Alright.
you don't get really any read.
Okay.
I clear my throat loudly.
Chad, you see your friends.
Hi, everybody.
Is someone on your back?
I drop him to the floor, but
I
keep a
gag him.
boot on him.
Okay, you see this. The rest of you just hear Chad, but you don't see anything.
Dad, is that you?
Yes.
I don't see you.
Oh, excuse me. This doesn't last as long as I thought it does. So, for funsies, he appears.
Hi.
That was quick thinking, Zan.
Not as good as a pit and a boulder, but still not bad.
Did the keeper come up with him? Did you grab the keeper?
He's still down playing
Still
chess.
I can go get him.
I think the sooner we leave, the better.
I definitely agree.
I make sure that I give the gold to Zan to pay Bene. We've been here one night, so is it one night or one night's worth?
I thought you paid in advance.
Okay.
You paid for 3 nights.
Okay, I'll deduct that.
I say we just let him keep the 3 nights and we leave as soon as possible. to
I
at
agree.
least have one ally when we come back to Rockfin, if we come back to Rockfin.
How are we gonna get him out of here?
We teleport back with the keeper.
I mean, out of the inn. Or can the keeper just teleport from anywhere?
No, I think they have to be on their portal.
We have
thing,
to go
right?
to the circle, right? How far is the circle from the inn?
It took you guys about 20 minutes.
Does a certain rogue have a disguise kit?
No, but I believe our bard does.
I have
I
one
do.
on me.
You guys go to town.
Make him a lady. With a beard.
With a gag on.
A bearded gag lady.
Make him a backpack.
And now that we're in this room, I'm going to secure his bonds even better, so there's no chance
Okay.
of him getting away.
He's writhing, but you kind of gag his mouth, and he's just trying to give you every excuse in the book. But you have him.
Chad, can't you just like knock him out with the end of your axe? Just like pop him in the head.
I
So-
have an idea.
Sorry, Indigo. I didn't mean to jog him so hard.
I have an idea.
As you wish.
Yes,
Can I-
Drew.
Can I use my staff to cast Geas on Chafa?
Did you say kiss? You're gonna kiss Choppa?
No, Geas. Or Gaius. I don't know how to say it. It's G.
Yeah.
For those of us who's not familiar with the spell,
Basically, it charms him to do as I say or not, or to do certain actions.
Oh wow, last 30 days.
And it lasts for 30 days.
Stop being
Wow.
evil, and you cast it every 30 days.
Yeah, you sure can.
You could tell him to come willingly, and so that way we don't need to tie him up. And it won't be suspicious. That way we don't really need to disguise him, maybe? Or we could still disguise him.
We'd want to disguise him.
Mm.
Could I use my disguise kit and things about the room to make him look like a elderly man in a robe?
Well, what command are you giving him with the spell?
I want him to obey Chad without question, willingly.
And what's your spell save DC?
16?
He rolled a 12. So you kind of watch as you give him this command, and he
I ungag him then.
appears to be charmed.
don't speak.
Don't resist.
I mean, he is just sitting there, bound, and is not saying anything.
Can you see if the keeper is? Can somebody go see if the keeper's ready to go?
Barrel will go down and try to grab the keeper.
Okay. You walk down. He seems to be enthralled in what he has started another chess match.
Hey, Keeper Sav, after this match, we're gonna need to head back to Parna.
But I've got like 2 lined up.
Barrel hands him 10 gold. This will be enough to compensate for those wins.
He kind of looks. Without touching his piece, the king falls, and he gets up and takes the. And he goes, "You guys were too easy, anyways." And he comes up with you to the room.
I've brought Keeper Sav.
Everybody get your things. It's time to go back to Parna. Not you, Chafa. Stay right there.
Can't walk anyway.
Well, are you all ready?
Is he able to walk?
He would have difficult walking.
Can somebody heal his walking ability so I don't have to carry him and cause a ruckus?
I
I can
I don't know.
can use Healing Light.
I can do cure wounds.
Secure broken bones.
I pour a
have a
healing
bottle.
potion on his ankles.
It has no effect.
Oh, well.
Pour a bottle of skeleton grow down his throat.
Bottle of what?
Skelegro.
Harry Potter.
Oh.
Tastes like pumpkin juice.
And you cast the spell. He kind of acknowledges without speaking that it helps a little bit.
I will cast another.
Okay, that gets him right about well enough. He appears
Well
to
enough
be
to
able to
walk,
walk.
but he ain't. But basically, well enough to shamble. Was
Yeah,
my
he-
goal.
He's good. He's good.
That's why I wanted to disguise him as an older, kind of geriatric man, because that would explain his slow moving.
I just didn't want to have to carry him through a crowd, so
Oh no, you're good.
I'll arm in arm him, grab his arm with mine and tell him to follow me or come with me, and we head towards the portal.
As soon as you start make your way for the door, Keeper Sav kind of, where are you going?
Oh, can you teleport us from here?
Absolutely.
Oh, excellent. That's even better.
It's the destination that's you need to know exactly where you're going. It's not quite where you are.
Can you take us to one of the Tokar's offices directly, or do you have to go to the sending portal?
I have. Which one?
Oh, which one? Which one do we like the most, Zan? That we don't.
Wallow.
Like Wallow.
Yeah, okay. Tokar Wallow, because I know it was like Azul.
Azul.
We don't
That we
like
don't
him.
like.
Azul.
He's a party boy.
That kind of ulterior motives.
Yes, I have been there. But coming in unannounced is not always a good idea.
How about the
Let's
lobby?
Start outside his outside.
Yes.
his house.
Regarding the Parna, we'll be fine.
The
Well,
rest
the
of will be
lobby's
happy
fine.
to see us.
No, the lobby's fine. We probably don't even need to take him up.
Or the
Fair
jail.
enough.
We can go to the jail.
I don't want to go back to that place ever again.
Plus, we don't know if anybody's in league with him.
But there's free food.
We'll let Tokar Wallow decide his final destination,
Might be at the end of a rope or my sword.
or jail. I don't know. We'll let him decide.
That seems fair.
Okay. So that would mean. Hey, I think you guys are still. Yeah, you're still good. So yeah, you guys get in the circle as you have before, and Keeper Sav teleports you, and you guys reappear in the lobby of one of the Tokar's towers. You have been here enough times now that you recognize you're in the right spot.
I thank the keeper for teleportation and bid him good day.
Yes, a good day to you. Next time, well, stop by and we'll discuss if you need to go other places. I'm not usually one to make the calls as we did, but I made a good bit of coin from those chess games, so I appreciate the travel.
Beowulf extends a hand for like a handshake.
He meets your hand with a handshake. And then he immediately exits the tower.
Who's the assistant here?
Crispy.
You hear coming from one of the back rooms, "Who's there? It is I, Respite."
Hi, Respete. We need to speak with Tokar Wallow immediately, please.
You see him just like bury his head in his hands. We've talked about this. Appointments.
Got your appointment right here. Show him our signet.
Yes, I know. That doesn't
We've been
mean you have free
appointed.
Run of the place.
We have Chaffa, Respite.
Okay, I've got crackers.
Oh, really? Can I get that?
I take his crackers
here.
and put them in my mouth.
Oh, my crackers.
You do realize that sometimes things happen to where it's immediate and we can't make an appointment.
Well, now you've just ruined his day. Why should he help us?
I would very much like to make appointments and get you more crackers.
You can take the stairs. He like walks back to his room.
Isn't it like 30 floors up?
I'll just pull. Can't we just pull the lever ourselves for the elevator?
Pull the lever, bear.
You can try.
I'll pull it.
Okay. You head over to the elevator and you pull the lever. Nothing happens.
I'll look for a button, hidden switch, a keyhole, something.
Make an investigation check. It appears you have to. There's a lever, there's a key needed, and also probably some magic that needs to be, at least a command word.
Elevators are complicated in Dungeons and Dragons.
Chitter goes into his bag and gets some of those seed cakes he got from the tea party, but he doesn't remember. They just happened to be there.
Yeah.
And he gives them to Respete and says, "Sorry about my friend. Could you help us get up to the top?"
I guess.
Thanks, Rasputin. You're a good guy.
You watch as before he exits, he takes the seed cakes and he seems to. You could easily find them, but it looks like he hid them pretty well to try and make sure that no one found them. And then he exits and takes you guys up the elevator. Beowulf, make a perception check to see if you can hear what the magic word is. You're not quite. You got half of it, but you're not quite sure. You guys make it to the top floor, and the Tokar's doors are currently closed.
I don't charge the door. I knock on the door.
Who is it?
It's Chad. Hi.
Ah, yes, come in.
And I bring Chafa in.
You guys are brought in, and Tokar Wallace seems very happy to see you. And who is this?
We talked about this. This is Chafa.
Yes, it's been a few weeks, and that was mostly Resfusa's man. But yes, that is very good. Where did you find him?
He was in Rockfin.
You went all the way to Rockfin.
It was important.
In like a day?
Of course.
It was very
Magic's awesome.
that was very quick. Yes, well, he doesn't seem to be bad, and he kind of takes a look all kind of around. He doesn't seem to be struggling.
Magic.
I can be very convincing.
Yes, I understand. Well, but why have you brought him here?
Where do we need to take him?
The prison. The prison would be quite fine. The tales I've been told of him and the mischief and the orders he was giving, the prison seems like a good place for him forever.
How can we be sure that he won't escape the prison?
Or that he won't have guards there that are loyal to his command.
He was integrated in the guard, so...
That is quite a good idea. I'll tell you what. I have a personal place that we can put him, and I will let Resfusa take care of him.
You should have a secondary prison in your basement?
Possibly.
Is it in this tower or at your house?
This tower is my house.
Oh, okay. I was unaware.
Can
Yes.
Beowulf see through the walls and see if it's nearby?
Yeah, if you want me.
I'll just ask him where it is.
It is under the tower.
Do we get there with the elevator?
No. If you drop him off at the bottom, Respite can show you.
Okay.
He's been in a very good mood today.
Is it because of the crackers?
Yes, he loves those crackers. They're just amazing.
That is good to know.
They are pretty tasty.
Where does he
How
get those
dare
crackers?
Those come imported. Very, very rare, and I can usually get them for him if he's done a good job.
Where did it come from?
Do you have any more that you haven't given him lately?
No, that was the last of them actually.
From where?
It'd
Where
be
do you get them
really.
from?
They come all the way from Rexon in Duma.
Should we Google that too, Boom?
Do they fly in via Bulgret?
Bulgret. I've not heard of such a thing. No.
Break
Okay.
open one of the eggs and it's full of crackers.
Okay, let's take him downstairs.
Okay. You guys exit. Respite takes you down. Anything else?
Do you have to magically lock this guy in? Is that all taken care of?
I'll get him where he needs to go.
I want to make sure that he's secure before I leave him.
Do we trust him?
He's a dangerous person.
I think we'd like to see him escorted all the way through, if you don't mind. We did just travel very far to bring him back. It would be unresponsible of us to not see this carried through till the end. You know, chain in command and stuff. Chain of command.
And he kind of like kicks Chafa, who doesn't really give a grunt as not to make a sound. Very well. And he takes you to a portion of the stairs where there is a door that you have not encountered before. And using a set of keys, he opens the door and takes you down a spiral staircase, probably 50 feet at least. And there is a couple of it opens into a couple of cells, seemingly another mini dungeon.
So I put him in a cell and I tell him, tell the truth about everything when you're asked. And lock him in.
Okay. And yeah, Respite takes the keys back from you. Will this suffice?
Yes.
Well, goodbye.
Bye.
Fire speed. Sorry about the crackers.
You guys make your way back up and out of the tower.
Once we're out of the
Respite.
tower, I would like to go up to Zines and say, thank you, Zines, for your help. And then I would like to go up to Zan and say, thank you, Zan, for all you helped with. And I thank Chitter and Anna. And then I go up to Beowulf and I offer him a hand of friendship, thanking him for once helping
He'll never
and
know.
believing that he has changed.
Gabby, Snapchat him, tell him to come back.
Beowulf, how do you respond?
Farewell, rage quit. Gabby, tell him to come back.
I was actually going to do that, and he left. That's funny.
I guess because of the way you worded.
He probably left his phone. What? Hopefully we'll see the flying cooge.
Do you guys want to take a break and come back to this?
Sure.
Okay.
GG.
We'll pick up right there. So what were you saying, Chad?
I go up to Beowulf and offer him a hand of friendship and tell him that I do truly believe that he has changed.
Beowulf shakes his hand and says thank you to Chad for believing in him.
Okay.
What time is it right now?
Probably like 1 in the afternoon.
Guys, here the weather's nice over in Dewhurst right now.
Are we gonna travel right to Dewhurst right after coming back from
Well,
our
we
trip?
could go.
Do we need to gather any more information before we head to Dewhurst?
Or spell
Or
slots.
supplies?
Or
Anybody
check out
need to
our
pick-
property.
Anybody need to pick up anything from the stores that are being made?
Doesn't the West need a checkup?
I checked up on him yesterday.
Cool. Philippe.
I say we go to the temple, check in, make sure everybody's doing good, get some shut eye, and head out in the morning.
Don't we also have to talk to one of the Tokars as to where our estate is going to be built?
I would like to do that.
They said that they'd discuss that with us later.
Ow. I'm not dirty
And it's only been a day.
Well, I think we're gonna have choices. I'm not sure as to where, so maybe they'll show us properties later. What impression did we get, Boom, about that process? Like that we should wait a little while?
You got the sense that it was probably being taken care of for you, and if you need any, if they needed any input, they would let you know.
I need beachfront. So we'll go back to the temple?
Sorry, whenever that sounds like a question, I never want to just take that as that's what we're doing, because it sounds like they were asking.
Hey,
about-
group, are we
Let's
going
go.
back to the temple?
Yeah.
All right.
All
Do
right.
we need to do anything besides getting spell slots back before we head over?
I mean, did Squeak Squeak ever get his tutu?
Yeah, I didn't know if we wanted to retcon that because it's been like weeks, but I need to go pick up his tutu.
You need to go pick it up.
All right,
Let's
let's
just
do
do
it.
that on the way to the temple.
Can you read him what I just messaged you?
I would like to walk away from the group and pick up the Squeak Squeak tutu.
So never mind. I was going to surprise you with a tutu, but now I can't.
Oh,
Best
you could.
ever.
See, Zyni's and chat on the same wavelength.
I mean, that's meta. I mean, Chitter could be surprised by it. That's fine.
Okay, so you want to go get that for him?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure which of the goods it was.
It's easy to. I don't think you were with them when they did it, but now that you guys are well known, they know you roll together, so they let you pick it up for him.
And then I
In this
rejoin
time-
the group and I go, hey, you forgot about this. Here you go.
How long did it take him to do that?
5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Squeak Squeak like pops out of the bag and like launches himself and lands in the tutu and then down on the ground.
You now have a tool tutu for Squeak Squeak.
What's that make Squeak Squeak say?
I love how she popped up the photo immediately.
The AC is the same.
What
He has
kind of-
higher charisma.
Might gain a charisma bonus, maybe.
Well, his charisma goes from a 7 to an 8. It's still a -2.
Right.
All right, Squeak Squeak's already your ass, okay? You leave him alone.
So you guys, so you do that, and now you're heading back to the temple. Sorry, rodents of unusual size. I don't think they exist.
You know what? Next thing you're going to say is something about a bog that, never mind.
If only we had a wheelbarrow.
As you guys start to make your way up towards where the temple resides, you notice that there's quite a line of people.
And I approach the line and go, yes, I'll sign autographs over here.
They do seem to all be leading towards the temple, but it doesn't seem like they want autographs.
Can we kind of get a feeling for this group? Is it hostile? Is it what?
It seems like there are a lot of people that now know that you are a band of adventurers that do things for the city, and they are all here with their own menial tasks, asking for your help.
Can we direct them to Respite then?
You can
Just-
you can certainly try.
All right, I would like to engage the whole crowd. Kind of, use my pizzazz to get all their attentions and, thank you for coming.
Hang
Mr.
on,
Guardian.
Axe. So you're about to send 200 people to Respite, who is our only way of operating the elevator to get to the tow cars when we need to. Does anybody have like a gag spell?
No more
Management
spell
shared more
slots.
crackers.
Because I do not want to resort to threats, but dude,
I have a gag.
Send
Yeah,
him to
let's do
Tom.
that.
Tom can be our
Come on, bring
assistant.
it on.
Yeah, we should hire Tom as our assistant.
Yes, let's do that.
Actually,
Yeah.
Shitter's totally
I like
down.
that a whole lot, but I'm definitely not wanting. I mean, Respite is a little bit a bit anxious and a bit of a pain in the ass, but I don't want to
We should send
sever
him. We should send him to Rabbit Tap 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 Teeth.
that one. There we go. Well, but I also don't want to piss off the public either.
Zen
Tom. We will
just
hire
is
Tom.
disheveled and just pushes through the crowd and goes inside the temple and goes to his room.
I want to see if there's like a ledger with like cases already written down on it.
No, they seem to be all just lined up, and as you guys start to walk by, you hear mass cheering, and people do start to kind of swarm you as they're all kind of ready for you to do whatever thing they want you to do.
Hang on, everybody. We have a plan.
What plan?
We're going to get Tom's help.
I mean, depends on how much they're paying.
Do
And
you want to start?
Are you saying that
talk to 200 people?
Chitter wants to be our assistant? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, you're saying you want to stay here while we go do the other stuff.
It depends on the content of these missions and how dangerous they are in comparison to Zan's family. Mafia problems.
Okay, so we don't let Chitter know anything about anything. Got it.
You basically hear a bunch of someone needs a cat rescued. There's someone that has some disturbances in the graveyard. There's a lot of people that just seem to have these.
Yeah. How much?
You start hearing, "I've got 10 gold pieces. I've got 50. I've got 100," and just
Keep
these.
your money.
Zan's family's worth more than that. But we're the Guardians of Parna. I want these people to be helped. So what can we do about that?
Let's go in and talk to Tom. Talk to Satine, whoever, and come up with some type of plan because some of this stuff isn't us. So, if there's a cat in the tree, that's not us.
We can hold
I charged the tree.
a recruitment for honorary guardians of Parna, or just like, I guess, just like or I don't know, people wanting.
Apprentices.
I don't know how to describe it, but just like people that want to do good in our name and help us out with these. Yeah, volunteers or something like that.
I would suggest not having them be considered even honorary members of the Guardians of Parna. We have a certain level of work that we do. If they want to be, good citizens and help each other, I think that's completely different.
What if the acolytes did it in the name of Revorhu?
For the lesser stuff, they should just go to the guards.
Right.
Guards of Parna, not the Guardians of Parna. The
But it may also be that they have information about stuff that we do need to know about. So maybe somebody does need to interview them.
Tom, it is.
Let's go talk to Tom.
Okay. You guys go in, and it's hard for you to get into the temple, but you eventually make it. And Tom looks relieved that you guys are finally back. We've had to keep these people at bay for hours.
He's your buddy, right, Zan?
I wouldn't necessarily call him my buddy. Zan's in his room.
We just walked in and he greeted us. How are you already in your room?
You
I
walked
said I
past.
pushed through the crowd and went inside.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Okay, Tom. Can you, if it's something small like getting a cat out of a tree or something like that, just have them go to the guards. Can you take a ledger and write down any of the big stuff that might require the guardians?
Yeah, I can probably do that.
Did this sort of thing happen the last time there were guardians?
I don't know. I wasn't here.
Wasn't that like 500 years ago?
At least. And they didn't make it out of the tunnels.
Oh, true. Never mind.
We can compensate you, Tom. And in fact, if you want to make this a more permanent arrangement, we can talk about that too.
I mean, I am dedicated to Revorhu.
You can still
Right.
fulfill that by helping us.
Do it in his name.
And apparently you're very sad about it.
It's the saddest.
Well, since my, carnival trick didn't work out for you and you guys were not really impressed, I've been
I liked
thinking
it.
about other things, but this could take my time. Yes, I will do this for you.
But Tom, you made the thumbnail.
Squeaks. Did you see Squeak's face in the thumbnail? He was loving it. He was all about it.
I loved Jill's face.
Look, Squeak Squeak even has a tutu now.
Check it out, Tom.
That's great.
Right? And he'll do that anytime with the cat and the squirrel.
Yes, I will do this for you.
Perhaps you could make an announcement to the group of people out there so that they know what to expect, and also maybe, some of them would like to come back later if they know that there's some kind of system. That way you don't have 200 people at your door.
I will take care of it.
Grooviness.
So let's rest up. And what else do we need to do?
Is Dewhurst in the same time zone?
It would be, yeah. Sorry, someone asked for a lot of things that requires rolling. Yes, I got your stuff.
Okay.
Since I've successfully read a few things, can I read now?
You're getting better at it.
Okay. I don't have a low intelligence or anything. I just chose that he couldn't read, but now he's learning.
I'm wondering if rather than having to do shopping montages, first of all, does anybody need anything? Armor, magical jewelry, whatever. And could we leave a list, possibly with either Philip or Tom or somebody, and make an arrangement?
I don't need anything.
Yeah, I don't need.
And besides Dewhurst, what else do we need to do?
Well, there's the ever-looming threat from the Queen of Air and Darkness trying to get into the material plane.
Yeah, whatever. And we have to take care of the frost giant.
And the beholder.
Those two things.
That sounds scary.
And so with all that, nobody needs anything?
Plus whatever backstory stuff that.
Not at the moment.
I mean, if we're doing Zan's thing, no, I don't need anything.
Yeah, not for Zan's thing.
So we're crashing for the night and then heading to Dewhurst?
Dewhurst.
Are we going to bring Raspeet some crackers, since we're going to have to come back to the Keepers to get portaled over there?
Do we have to portal?
He's with Wallow, not with the Keepers, right? So we won't need to see him again.
Cool.
Dewhurst is how far?
Right around the corner.
It'd be about 3 days if you went normally.
Let's go normally.
There's a little village I hear has a good coffee shop.
I like coffee.
I like
Should
random
we-
encounters.
Should we take a wagon so our feet don't get tired?
No.
Just
Well,
walk.
what if we have loot to bring back? We could. I don't know.
I think we need
Oh.
to at least have horses.
Before we stop, for the night. Zennies needs to run to town real quick.
You need any company?
If you'd like.
Is there a way I can figure out how to get a sending stone to Unohara?
It would need to be delivered to her. So you can
Do I have
either-
enough time to do what I was doing, plus stop by the keepers to see if they'll do me a favor, and then come back and rest?
Yeah.
Okay, I
'Cause
would like to do
it's
that.
still like mid-afternoon, so you guys have the rest of the day, have dinner, and then have your long rest.
But when I go out, I want to be disguised, so I'll use my disguise kit.
Okay, you're gonna need to make a dexterity check.
Oh, whoops.
What are you trying to disguise yourself as? Anything particular?
Anything better than being noticed as a guardian of Parna right now, or as a Zan Falcon?
Okay, yeah, you can kind of pull that off. Okay, yeah. So you're trying to get a sending stone over to Lilm.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the keepers, since I returned all their valuable, like, wondrous, legendary items that I could have stolen. 'Cause I'm a good boy.
Usually you would either need to send a messenger or find someone that can teleport for them to teleport you, as they want you to. You're gonna have to pay for the service because it takes quite a spell slot,
Okay, how much?
like upwards of 10,000 gold for a quick trip.
And that's the Guardians of Parna discount?
No, you said you weren't going as guardian.
Touche. When I get there, can I kind of like sneakily, wipe the paint off my face and flash the signet and be like, "Psst, it's me, San Falcon.
Spider-Man. I'm the Guardian of Parna.
And I've got my pants on."
Well, it's very expensive to send someone, especially the teleporting. So if you're not going and we're sending our own man, 7,500.
How much if I'm going?
5,000.
500? Oh. Well, that's a horse of a different color.
Sav
Dude.
did it for you because he's an old man and he forgets. But we do kind of need to keep our business running.
Use FedEx.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know if anybody.
Is Sav around?
Yeah, Severant.
You hear, I'm not doing you a favor. I've already done you one today.
Play him chess for it.
I can see that ending very poorly, though.
Oh, look at it this way. Worst case scenario, you have to pay to go. Best case scenario, you don't have to pay, and you'll
All
win.
right, I'll challenge him to a chess match. If I win, then he has to he has to go and deliver it for me at his own cost or his own spell slot.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, Bard.
All right. What are the terms?
I play you in chess, and I give you these 2 silver coffers, no matter if you win or lose. And if I win, you need to take this sending stone to Lynn and deliver it to Unohara for me. And if I lose, I will do. The Guardians will do one task for you personally, whatever you like.
Very well.
Good luck, buddy.
Zen hopefully gets his idiot savant going here.
Zan.
Play the drums the whole time to distract him.
No, that didn't work last time. Remember the dragon and the giants? Worst drumming ever.
That just means you're due.
I've heard one-armed drummers drum better than I drammed that day. Drammed? Wow. I'm saddest.
have you ever played chess before?
I would think with Zan being a common traveler of the land, that there and from a slightly noble family that he and the College of the Bards, I'm sure he's come across a game set before. I'm sure
Okay.
he's like knows a lot of the games that would be in inns and pubs and places that he's performed in many towns and cultures. I think he even knows how to play shuffleboard, whatever that is. I heard he was pretty good curler too, but they only do that on. Never mind.
All right. Uh, go ahead and make an intelligence check for this your strategy on your opening move. Okay, so you guys play a couple of turns, and he appears to have quite the advantage. Um, he takes one of your rooks right away. He takes a bishop, and seems to be having a best. Now go ahead and make. Let me think. Now go ahead and make a wisdom check to see if you can kind of outdo him. And as the game progresses, you take a couple of his pieces, and it seems that the tides are turning in your favor. You go a couple of more turns, and you take equal pieces of his. Both queens are still in play, and you seem to be equally matched. Make a perception check.
He's cheating.
You don't really see any foul play. Now go ahead and make one more intelligence check. You guys finish out the game, and he takes a few of your pieces. You're not quite sure how. You know he's good at chess and he's beaten a lot of people, but seems like he was thinking 5 moves ahead of your 2 moves ahead, and checkmate, and he beats you. Ha!
Good sir, you surely did best me, but I wonder if it truly was a game of skill.
I'm sure that it was.
Well, I'm not. You wouldn't cheat a guardian of Parna, would you?
I surely would not.
Prove it.
All right.
Let's play again.
Would you like to up the ante?
For what?
Let's say if I win, 2 favors.
One moment. Okay, I'll play one more time. 2 favors.
All right. You shake it and agree.
But this time Zen wants to try to be very perceptive and looking for some kind of tomfoolery.
Okay. Go ahead and start the game off with intelligence check. All right. This time, the opening moves are different. He still does come out a little bit on top, but just barely. Now, go ahead and make a wisdom check. You seem to have quite the upper hand, and now make your perception check with advantage, because this is about the time in the last game when things really turned out of your favor. Yeah, you definitely notice that he seems to have one hand on his pieces and the other hand seems to be under the table when you catch him, and he was trying to cast a spell.
As I catch him in the act, I immediately render our previous game null and void. Say that I won't out him for his playstyle and ruin his reputation nor his means of acquiring trinkets and baubles, but he needs to go ahead and make this delivery for me.
Oh, so you think that I always cheat? Well, that is not the case, sir. Just for you and the things I don't want to do.
Oh, I understand completely, sir. You are a very formidable opponent, and I think that you would be a great challenge if you're not cheating to play against. I've been, quite the challenge today, and I appreciate the game. I'd love to play you again sometime, but without the hands underneath the table and the weird signs and mumbling. But yeah, I think at this time you need to go ahead and make this delivery for me, and then we won't speak of this matter any longer.
I'll let you find another way to transport to Lilm, and we will make this contract null and void.
Okay, well then, if he's not going to agree to my terms, I'm going to out him as a cheater and a fraud.
That is perfectly fine. I am good at chess, and you don't have to believe me.
Can I cast suggestion on him?
You can try. He immediately, as you start to cast a spell at him, he is going to counterspell it, and I'm not so sure about that.
Man, if I wasn't a respectable person, I would beat the old man down. Zan's gonna retain his hatred for the Keepers of Magic and their stupidity and their narrow-mindedness and the things they do to put Parna in jeopardy, and he's gonna cuss at all of them and storm out and go see Tom, see if Tom knows anybody that's going to Lynn soon, or if there's a temple there, or any pilgrimages. And yeah, he doesn't trust the Keepers anymore.
All right. Well, as you start to leave, you hear, if you can't take the heat, get out of the fire.
I throw a firebolt directly at him.
Oh my goodness. The 13 does miss. He doesn't use any shield, as he simply sidesteps and it goes straight past him. I think that's quite enough.
So do I. I would shut up now. And then I turn around and leave.
Okay. Upon getting back to Tom, he's very busy right now, taking down people's requests and filtering through what people actually need the Guardians of Parna to do.
Can I ask for Orhu if Tom's too busy?
You can, yeah. You mean Satine?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. I was like, yeah, you can. I don't know if you get an answer.
Revorhu. Here,
you can find him. You can find Satine.
I'll pose the same question to.
Not quite sure of anyone going that far east at the current time.
Okay. That's fine. I'll retire to my room. Like a mopey little teenager.
Okay. Zinies, did you have shopping to do? No. Okay.
No, I needed to make a different trip.
Okay.
And he needs to go to the bank.
You may go to the bank before it closes.
Anna's coming with me, right?
Sure.
Well, you asked me if I wanted company, so I was just making sure if you were coming with me or not.
Sure.
Okay. As you approach the bank, this kind of being the first real time you've kind of seen it, but you may have seen it before in passing. It is a very large built structure, and the walls that line the bank all have a significant large line of arcane runes and text all around, and there are these 5 large pillars in front of the bank. And as you get about 10 feet from these pillars, you both feel that any magic that you have just immediately drops, and you are just yourselves. But you are able to pass through without question. There are a number of station guards in front, and as you get through into the bank, to the left, there seems to be a door. It's basically a large waiting room. To the left, there is a door that looks sort of like to an office. Straight ahead, there is a door, and to the right, there are a few teller stations.
I'll go up to the first unoccupied teller station.
Okay.
I'd like to make a deposit, please.
Do you have an account?
I'd like to start an account, please.
All right. How much would you like to deposit?
5,000.
Quite. Would this be a regular account, or do you need a safety deposit location?
Regular account's fine.
All right. They kind of go over the fees, and Chad probably would have told you kind of what the fees are like as far as the bank being the bank, but you were able to, I will send you your net into your, you have an account in the bank under your name.
I'm done here, Anna. But I do need to speak with you outside the bank.
Awesome.
So when we go outside the bank, did you have plans for these? And I'll kind of pull and reach into the bag of holding and pull out the Behir fangs. You had me save these 2 Behir fangs that are about 2 feet long each. Didn't know if you had plans for them.
I didn't really. I thought they were cool. I don't know what we could do with them.
I don't know, you might could have a sword made out of them, or have them chiseled down into little arrowheads. I don't know, but they're taking up space in the bag. And if we were going to go on an adventure, I didn't know if we wanted to, like, leave these here to make more room for stuff while we go off, or... These were yours, so that's why I'm asking.
Okay, so in my list of treasure, I have Great One's Fang, 2 feet, and Dragon Tooth.
You will now also have 2 Behir fangs that are 2 feet long each. I think those were what you had. These were from the Behirs, the great ones, the snake thing from the temple. You asked me to put them in the bag of holding. So they were yours. They were just in my bag of holding. When I say mine, I don't mean mine. I mean the group's bag of holding. I'm just holding it, but...
Do you have any idea of... If we did get them made cut down into arrowheads, would there be any special properties for them? Asking Boom.
You'd have to go ask or find out. But it's a tooth, so it's enamel, so maybe?
Plus 29 to sharpness. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, let's quickly see if we can find a place that might be able to do that, or even could suggest something else for them.
Okay. So you're just trying to find a place that can turn these probably into arrowheads for you?
Yep.
How many things, do you have?
Since I don't use a sword, I usually shoot. I mean, if it would benefit someone else, if they were made into something else, I'm open to whatever.
Well, because they're these big fangs, they probably have about maybe that much enamel before it gets to like the dentin and the stuff that's not as hard. So that's enough. He could probably make 50 arrowheads out of the 2.
Cool.
So you want him to do that?
Yeah, and how much?
It's a lot of carving, so it's probably like 20 gold.
Cool. That'd be great.
Anyone else have anything else you'd like to do? I'm going to read this message, but anyone have anything else?
And I have subtracted the gold already. I prepaid him.
Okay, I will go ahead and remove that from my bag of holding contents.
So you're gonna take some time with it, Zines? Okay. Is everyone else good then for the evening?
Yeah.
Okay. So you all get a good dinner. You go back to your respective rooms, ready for the next day. Zines, you pull out this rug that you guys got quite a while ago. And you lay it all out, and it's very nicely adorned. It's got lots of reds and golds, and it's very nice. And you sit on it, and you start spending time with words, because maybe it's magical, maybe it's not. It's a nice rug, and eventually, you tell it to fly. And the rug lifts up about a foot off the ground.
That's awesome.
Guys, I legit forgot we had this in the bag of holding until I was going through my contents. I was like, hey, I think we forgot about this.
Let me show you the world.
How many of us can fit on the rug?
I think it's 6 medium. No, what size was this? Because I think the size.
I gotta look. The size does depend, but this is from a while ago, so I gotta get the book out.
Hey, Gabby. I can show you the way.
Can you not? You do not know the way.
I just realized, guys, with this rug, we could have like flown over all these lava pits, and Ackland wouldn't have had. Well, I don't know how long we've had this rug for, but Ackland may not have had to die. Beowulf may not have ever lost his feet.
Twice.
I might not have I wouldn't have had to save Beowulf from the lava, and ended up in the lava myself.
So this is you have gotten your carpet of flying to work. It is 4x6, so it can hold 400 pounds. So you'll just need to kind of watch.
So about 3 of us.
Probably about depending on who, probably about 3 of you. Yeah. If it's Chad, probably Chad and someone else. No offense, Chad. So yeah,
He's a
we'll
huge
keep it.
freaking guy.
But
Is
yeah.
the rug sentient?
Currently it just hovers, and then when she tells it to stop, it stops. She rolls it up. She can put it back in the bag. But it has a 60-foot fly speed, so keep that in mind.
Okay. Then after that, I will put it back into the bag of holding and take my rest.
All right, as you all find rest for the evening, you come back to full HP. All your spell slots are back. You regain half your hit dice. You come back together at the breakfast table. There does not appear to be a line outside at the present time, and you either put your plans forward, or what would you like to do?
Well, if we're going to do hers, how do we want to get there?
Did someone say horse or cart or something?
We were just gonna 3-day travel.
Anna believes that we should at least have horses. I would like to procure a cart for loot's sake.
Horses are a pile of panic during battle, and you gotta worry about them. Carts, we could. I mean, I emptied the bag of holding so we can put more stuff in the bag of holding, but cart, again, requires keeping track of it, making sure if, who knows, we could go over a path where we can't get a cart through.
There's probably a road, but Boom, what other sorts of mounts might we know, as someone who grew up in the city and sneaks around places a lot, what other sorts of mounts besides horses might there be?
Horse seems to be the main. I mean, there's carriage, which you guys took last time, but with the current beast issue that is still plaguing the land, and travel is not very common, horse would, other than teleportation, if you're trying to go the old-fashioned way, horse and cart would be the fastest route, and that would get you 3 days to Dewhurst.
And we'd have to pay for teleportation. Is that right?
Normally people have to pay. You guys got Sav to do you a favor, and the first time you ever teleported, you had the coin from the Tokar. But as Zan found out, for them to do stuff for you, it costs. So there may be a cost involved. You'd have to ask.
Let's just go the good old-fashioned way.
Let's vote. Shall we go on foot?
So technically there are 2 questions here. There's and by the good old-fashioned way, you mean walking? So how long is it going to take us walking?
I'm looking.
Because I'm thinking that's going to double the time, and that seems pointless. So I think at the very, very least, we need mounts.
Two of us can ride a carpet.
Y'all don't know the carpet's magic yet. Sunny has not brought that up yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is farther to Dewhurst. I had something else in my mind. So horse travel was 5 days to Stillwater. It's 6 days to Dewhurst. I found my notes. Walking would be at least double that.
How far to the coffee shop village?
I think it was. Let me look at the calendar. A day's travel.
We could walk there and procure horses if we feel we need to. To the village.
How long is a turn? 10 or one turn's what?
6 seconds.
And so you can move your move speed in that 6 seconds, right?
You could theoretically move up to double your movement speed because you could move and dash.
What about if it was fly speed?
Same thing. It would be move and dash.
So the carpet is faster. Well, let me look it up. Horse speed, but yeah, I think I see where you're going. Go ahead.
I take out the number 5 egg and throw it down at our feet without saying a word to anyone.
Okay.
You want me to roll the d6 or you want to?
I'll let you roll it. I'll let you roll it. Yeah.
Okay, everybody, fly, you fools, fly. So we'll move at what, 240 for 2 turns. So we'll get what, 480 feet? Not very far at all. Crap.
So you guys watch as Sand takes the basket of eggs out. He seems to have probably labeled them in some sort of fashion, takes the egg and smashes it on the ground. And all of you feel like you can fly. You can fly.
Finally!
Like a rooster.
Gabby, I should be the one saying finally.
What do you guys do?
I Superman pose it.
I flap my wings. Oh.
Anything else? You all come tumbling to the ground.
Crap, I had a dream like this once.
Chitter dies a little bit inside.
Were we able to catch ourselves, or do we take damage from?
You don't take damage because you didn't. Once you figured it out and you guys started celebrating, the effect ended.
Well, darn. I didn't fully think that went through.
Yes, you will need a couple of spell slots of therapy to regain the mental HP loss.
Okay, let's just we'll group up. Hold up. We're going to Dewhurst to find Zan's father. Why is he after you again?
I don't know. And as I'm talking, I cracked the number 9 egg on Chitter.
Better not be snakes.
It's Nyx.
Why is it always snakes?
Chitter, roll a D100. You feel as though for the next minute, if you jump, you're going to fall very slowly.
I flap my wings and jump a lot.
You jump off the table and you glide further than you've ever glided before.
I'm a beautiful chicken.
Chad goes, "Oh, we're playing with stuff," and he takes out one of the cards out of his deck of illusions and throws it down.
Do I need to add an addendum, Boom?
No. It's all good.
Oh, you were doing it based off of like the time on the D100, or
No.
I are confused. We'll just go with what you did. It's fine.
Okay.
But you gotta admit, the other result would have been even more hilarious.
I'm just trying to help you out here.
I was trying to help you out. Now keep flapping.
All right. All right, Chad, roll a D20. You throw the card, and if almost immediately, a dark, shadowy figure appears. He's holding blades and seems at the ready.
I walk up to him and act like he's telling me something, and then walk away.
He just stands there.
Okay. I let him stand there. I pick up the card.
No, the card is gone.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, the card cannot be used again.
Okay. I got things too.
I glide toward Dewhurst.
So you take a running jump, and Chitter jumps off the cliffs that keep the temple district above where the rest of the city is.
Okay.
And you float, and you float, and you guys watch as Chitter just floats slowly down into the city towards the direction of Dewhurst.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
I follow on foot.
Yeah, we
Should-
follow on foot.
Chitter, you eventually do find the ground, and you sync up with your friends.
I kind of want to jump off one of the towers.
Didn't you say it only lasts for a minute?
Seems
Not
to
worth
have,
it.
It seems to have lasted longer than that.
Well, I continuously jump and glide on the ground.
You do. You seem to get very good air.
Solid, yo. I do it 360.
So where are you guys headed? Towards
Coffee Shop Village.
The village.
Coffee Village.
the town that you guys passed up.
Coffee Town.
Okay.
Javaville.
Okay. So you guys spend the day
We get
traveling.
When we get outside the town, and the group kind of just keeps walking, I'm gonna pull out the rug, tell it to fly, and jump on the rug.
Okay.
And be kind of coasting behind him.
Like you can go much faster than them, but yeah, you You guys see that Zines now has a new toy, new carpet.
Very cool.
Sick.
So you guys make your way towards the village that you passed up. You guys, taking the same road, do go straight past the tower where you fought the rock about halfway through the day. And you continue until it is getting closer to dusk, and you guys come across this small village that you passed up before because you were on your way back delivering things. So you are right on the edge of the town.
I perceive the town.
Roll perception.
What town?
Coffee Town.
There is a small village ahead of you. There is a sign that says, "Welcome to Hillford."
Can I take out my map and mark that on the map? This is where this village is.
Yeah. Yeah. It is Hillford. Hillford. So you stand at the edge. You don't really see anybody out currently, but you are right on the edge of the town.
Does Beowulf spy anything within his range?
Within 30 feet. Are you going to do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Within 30 feet, and there's nothing. If you're going to peek and pry, you're going to have to get closer to the houses.
I'm going to stay on guard.
At the at the entrance of the town, is there a guard or a crier or anything?
There is no one.
Are there any signs of battle?
Roll a perception check.
Can I kind of fly up on the carpet and kind of do like an aerial view of the town?
I grab onto the carpet. Oh wait, it's been a really long time. Never mind, I don't. Have I stopped gliding?
No, you still seem to appear to be gliding.
It's risky.
You guys don't see any sign of a battle. There's no bodies. No struggle of any kind seems to have occurred from what you can see. Zines, you kind of fly up and get an aerial view of the town, and things look really empty. There is no one out.
What's the shape of the buildings? Are they dilapidated?
They're normal looking buildings.
So they don't look neglected or anything?
No, they seem to be in good care. And I mean, with a 21, you can tell people have been here recently. There's just no one out right now.
Can I see a tavern?
Yeah, there appears to be a tavern.
I head towards the tavern.
Okay. As you kind of enter town, it appears that the houses seem somewhat empty. There's no one out, and as you kind of get close to the tavern, you kind of try the door, and it appears locked.
Do I see an inn?
Yeah, right across there is an inn.
I go to the inn.
So as you go to the inn, you do notice that the windows are covered from the inside, and that there appears to be no light coming through. And as you open the door, you hear, "Shut that door!"
I step through and I shut the door.
The inside is dimly lit with candles, and there appears to be one person behind the desk. "Sorry, I just didn't want the sunlight in. Excuse me. We don't get many visitors. Hello." I'm Ford.
Ford Prefect?
Hillford?
No. Ford, as in the founder of Hillford.
Oh. Well, hello. Why don't
Hello.
you like sunlight?
It just really kind of has been giving me burning pain recently. I'm not quite sure why. So I stay inside. I've been keeping my inn open, and everyone else is fine with it.
I have some friends outside. Can I let them in?
He kind of ducks down under the so that he is shielded. Go for it.
And
Oh, so we're all not standing there?
I open the door and motion for everybody to come inside.
So you guys, do you get off the carpet?
Yeah, I'll lower it to the ground, dismount, roll it up, throw it in my bag.
Okay. So you kind of shut the door. He's
I look at Chitter and I say, this place could really use a beacon of light in here.
I was thinking the same thing. I'll pull out my chalice and I'll give Beowulf back the on-off chalice.
It's okay, you can keep it.
Then I lift both chalices gloriously.
okay.
Do you
And they're
jump
both-
and see
they're
if you can
both-
hover.
They're both on.
I fly around the room with the chalices.
So Chitter like jumps on the table, is like gliding around with both chalices. As soon as you turn them on, though, he kind of hisses and immediately finds cover behind the desk.
It's not sunlight, though, Bucko.
It's
How do
very
your
bright.
your eyes? I would understand that. Don't care. You'll get used to it.
Please turn it off.
I don't have dark vision. Yeah, I light a torch instead.
Candles in here. It is
I was gonna
lit.
say, how
Like
are
I
they seeing
can see everything.
I mean, it's dimly lit. He's got it very.
I have
mood-
low
the-
light vision, so that's fine.
Yeah, you're good. It's mood lighting in here. It's very like low. Yeah.
Mood
Very low.
lighting. Who's it? He's by himself. Is he having a date with himself, or
He was just waiting for the right person.
I could be that right person?
Mood
For-
lighting
for
isn't
price.
always about dating.
It's moody lighting.
So how can I help you all?
Need some rooms, please.
We heard you have coffee.
Yes, we do have coffee. So you all just came from outside, and it's not dangerous.
Not for us.
Interesting.
What do you mean by dangerous?
It's like I was telling your friend, the sunlight has been hurting a lot of us recently. We can't seem to do our daily tasks outside. We have to wait until it's night.
Did y'all drink anything?
I mean, the local water source has been pure for years. Nothing out of the ordinary that I know of.
When did this start?
Oh, it's been right around 2 weeks.
Do you move under nightfall?
Oh, yes, we do all of our work and things now during the night. It seems to be the most productive time for us.
Did you have any new visitors about 2 weeks ago?
Not that I know of. Everyone just decided that it would be easier to do things at night, and everyone sort of agreed, especially the bishop.
Insight check him.
Can
Yeah.
Can I see your teeth?
Why would you need to see my teeth?
Have you ever had the consideration, or have you ever had a thought that something might be going on with your body that's not natural?
Well, yes, but I can't really leave to get it taken care of. We tend to stay here to ourselves in Hilford, even before this weird thing was going on. With a 10, seems pretty plausible.
Tell me about your bishop.
Oh, the bishop, he like I said, I'm Ford, and my ancestors founded this village. But the bishop is the one in charge. He gives us the light and helps make decisions for those of us.
Gives you the light?
Yes,
What does that mean?
the light from Tavaret.
This is a deity?
It is.
And by light, you mean moral direction or physical light?
Moral direction. Tavaret is the master of the sky.
Dying. This is completely out of context, but just for her to be like, I will fly up into the sky and be like, I am your god. You know, we'll find that small town and we'll rule them because we're level 10 and we'll rule
That's
them
right.
as angry gods. How long has this bishop been in your town for?
Oh, the bishop's been here for quite some time.
And why has word never been sent that there's been a sudden sensitivity to light around here?
We had a town meeting and we all agreed that this is just our way of life.
Does every single person have this affliction?
Just about, yeah.
And is the bishop human?
Yes, we're all human.
And has he been in town more than, say, 100 years?
No.
Do I get a sense? Can I sense if there's like any magic nearby?
You can make an Arcana check.
19?
You don't really get the sense in this building that there's really any magical means or anything. There will if nothing happens.
Okay.
So you are okay to work under the light of the moon, just not the light of the day.
Yes, exactly. And if I have things plotted out, should almost be time for us to wake up.
Maybe we should hang out for a few hours.
In that time, if you got some time to kill, I know some doctoring ways. I would love to look you over and see if I can help ease some of your sensitivity to the light.
I mean, I'm quite all right with it. It's not too bad.
Yeah, but I could ease that pain in your eyes, though, whenever you do inadvertently come to the light.
But we've been taking very good caution not to be outside.
Don't you think that's really, 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 really weird?
I do, but we've grown accustomed.
In 2 weeks.
Yes?
You guys, I think we should go see the bishop.
If the bishop's awake.
We should prepare some steaks and go visit.
Let's get the
I'm gonna go to the market. I'm gonna look for
I want
garlic.
my rare, please. Rare.
Chad can eat.
How did these vampires respond to radiant light?
Didn't like regular light.
Why don't you try to heal this guy and see if he takes damage or something?
All right, I can try it.
Does anyone have a tent?
I have a tiny hut.
But he's not allowed in there, is he?
If he's standing with me whenever I cast it.
No, we need something. We need to see if he can get in without us inviting him.
Oh.
Well, I
Blood vampires.
I'm trying to think of tropes. We need to go to the market, find some garlic.
okay, wait, where's the mall in this town?
Get some sharpen this wood stick.
We need a mall and a bar.
Though to be fair, who wouldn't that kill if I just stabbed him with a stick?
Are you going to stab him with a T-bone?
Yeah.
All right. So what are you guys doing right now?
Being a druid circle of the moon, obviously we do ceremonies and stuff at night, and would my character have any knowledge of heard of any such incidences like this? Where humans are sensitive to light?
Roll a history check.
And what have I heard any stories along my way of any creatures or afflictions of this?
You can roll a history check.
Out of 10.
That College of Lore coming back, baby. Oh yeah, I gotta represent.
So I wrote you Zines. Zan, basically, you haven't really heard of this affliction, but there are some people that this may possibly describe. And while you're not sure of everything about them, you have heard of the vampire.
Sir, do you yearn for human blood?
I don't think so.
You're not sure?
I'm not sure.
Guys, I want to get out of here.
But I'm happy to give you the rooms that you need. And if you're looking to sleep through the night, I can let you know no one will bother you, although the town will be busy with people conducting their daily business.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I need to go pray. Which way's the church?
The church would be out past the well, and it's right there. You can't miss it.
Okay, bye.
And he kind of ducks as you open the door. And as you guys have been talking, it is definitely, the sun is starting to go down enough that people are starting to come out of their homes.
Okay, so we're still in. Have we gone outside?
Only Chitter has, and is starting to go towards the church.
All right, guys. I think we should just step outside and have a little chat.
Okay.
Chitter chat.
Would you call it a chit chat?
Chit chat.
Okay, so we have a town full of vampires, probably.
Do we need to go to the Secrets from Boom channel?
Go plot
I don't
against us.
metagame. What are you talking about? How dare you?
So, but they're friendly vampires.
That one was friendly.
Okay, what if at night they like turn, dude?
Right? But so what are we gonna do? We got a town full of vampires. We are not prepared for a town full of vampires.
We could just skip this town and continue on.
I am
No.
down with leaving. We have no business here, and we can go to Dewhurst and just completely forget about this place again.
What if the affliction spreads?
Chances are it will. So, but again, we are not prepared for this right now.
We can have another town rally where we get all the different people from different cities to investigate later.
Fly up on the magic carpet. Chitter will hang the chalices over the carpet and rain daylight down on this town.
Wait. I mean, they don't like turn to ash when they get in the sun, right? They just don't like it.
You don't
How do
know.
you know?
I have radiant abilities now.
Is
Well,
that
then
like
Try
sun
your radiant
light?
ability.
Is it literally light from the sun, like plasma light?
When the
we're-
sun does
we're
damage, it does
fighting
radiant.
People that we don't know now.
Let's attack them for no
While we're
reason.
not prepared. Or
Burn this town to the ground.
You know what? I think that's for the best.
I think this is a good stopping point for us.
So Zan
tonight.
shoots a firebolt at the inn.
No, you don't.
You
You don't do that.
really?
We can't see you, Zan. We can't
Are you a guardian or no? What is wrong with you?
Zan,
Oh
during this
my
conversation, Zan points at the inn in which you guys came and lets off a firebolt, which immediately hits the side of the home, and a fire starts to erupt on the corner. And that is where we will end the session for the evening.
Just because they're vampires doesn't mean they're bad or they wanted this to happen. They could be totally unawares that they're going on murder sprees and drinking blood.
You jump off the table and you glide further than you've ever glided before.
I'm a beautiful chicken.